What's up, guys? It's Sammy at you again. Sammy British, as a matter of fact. A lot of people have been asking me, what's been going on? They want me to talk about the album and stuff like that, and I guess this is the perfect moment to do. So first, I want to take this video log to talk about the album that I just released. Original or Dead was released under my label, 806 Entertainment Group, on March 18th online, iTunes, Amazon, MP3, and a whole slew of internet stores, basically, where you could download music and purchase MP3 files and stuff like that. So definitely, if you Google Sammy British, Google Original or Dead, you have to find it, I guarantee. Original or Dead. You know what I mean? The album title itself is self-explanatory. For me, it's all about being yourself. It's all about being an individual. It's all about being unique. And I mean, not unique in the term where you always have to invent something new, but in the sense where you got to represent what you stand for, what you're in love with, and what you really want to see, you know what I mean, around you. So show me the friends you keep and show me the things you do, and I'll tell you what type of man you are. And that's exactly what this album is all about for me. Beyond all of that, you know what I mean, it's not just the singing of the tune or the putting out of the album for sales or anything like that. It's more of a motivation for the listeners. For me, coming out as a new artist, I really wanted to take the opportunity to show the world what I represent first and foremost. You could always do party songs, you could always do hype songs, you could always do gangster songs, whatever. And all those music have their place. I mean, I'm not even going to argue with that. You know what I mean? I love to listen to all types of music. But I figured for me, for the first album, I had to really take the opportunity to show the audience what ideals and what ideas and what ideologies and stuff that I stand for, to get that out of the way first and foremost. Introduce myself, put my resume out there, basically. You know what I mean? And this album for me not just represents what I stand for, but also represents what I love to see, what I love to generate in my fans. I think that everything that comes out of your mouth when you stand in the public has to represent something and has to stand for something beyond the hype, you know what I mean? So for me, this album was more of a public service thing to my fans, to like uplift them, to motivate them. It's all positive lyrics, it's all positive vibes, it's all, you could call it revolutionist, you could call it rebellion, you could call it whatever you want to do. For me, I just think that I had a responsibility to give my fans something to be able to listen to be like, you know what? I see what he's doing, and I see what everybody else is doing, and I think that I can accomplish whatever that I set myself out to accomplish, and I don't think anything can stand in my way. Every single song on this album represents that and stands for that, and I hope that somebody out there can find that in the music, because I think Jay-Z put it best, you know what I mean? Create your music the way you want to create it, and then package it and figure out how to sell it to the world. But you gotta do you first, you know what I mean? You can't just write it because it's popular and because it's gonna make money. You gotta be true to yourself and never sell out as well. And this is what this album represents, original or dead, you know what I mean? The only choice I make. You know what I mean? Since the beginning, I've always been experimenting with other genres, and I'm a big fan of creating my own identity in the music, creating my own style, creating my own delivery, you know what I mean, and representing my own topics and stuff like that. So for the past few months, actually over a year, I've been experimenting with working with hip-hop music and pop music and rock music, which are the genres at the top of my I love these list, you know what I mean? So when you go to the album, you'll realize that a lot of the tracks have a lot of these amalgamations and fusions that I think personally work very well, but also speaks on a different level beyond just putting words on a piece of paper. But you know what I mean? Because for me, this music is science, you know what I mean? And that's what the tracks represent. Like I've always told everybody, and I mean, reggae is my foundation, reggae is where I'm coming from, reggae is where I'm trying to get to. But this music to me is not just putting out, you know what I mean, notes on plastic or tunes on plastic. It's a journey for me. And I figured if it's a journey, might as well have fun on the way. And I kind of wanted to show that playfulness in the album itself. And I have these different genres on there. It's basically, the album is for everybody. You know what I mean? If you, whatever type of music you like, whatever type of combination or styles you like, guaranteed it's on this album. You'll find something for you. You know what I mean? I hope everybody enjoys the entire album. But like I said, if you have specific styles that you like, it's also on here. So, I mean, definitely check it out. You know what I mean? Also, the organization of the tracks on the album also, I kind of wanted to take the audience through a journey of where I was trying to get to, where I've been coming from, and where I really want to go, you know? I mean, there's 11 tracks on the album. It begins with the pop vibe, because I'm a big fan of pop music. I'm the biggest fan of Britney Spears. You know what I mean? Don't think I'm a weirdo or nothing. I just think she's one of the most original, down to earth since she's been broken down by whatever means, whatever. But I'm just in love with that woman. But the album itself begins with a lot of that hip hop pop vibe, that crossover melody, that, you know what I mean, that crossover feel from the dancehall track "Free Me" to "Inside My Head," which is more like a mellow song. And to "Take Off," which is more like a let's rise up and take control type of high energy type of song, to the ballad. It's a pop ballad. That's what I think about it. It's a pop ballad. "One Chance" featuring Iconic Ian, which I think is a great energy song, but also with a great message, you know what I mean, of upliftment and perseverance. The album itself continues through the love songs that I've also incorporated for the ladies, because you gotta do songs for the ladies. The love songs, the girl songs, so to speak, coming out of the pop ballads. I got "No Control," which continues from that feel, which is a song that represents me or anybody being in love but the other person don't feel the same way. It's kind of like that juvenile affection that all of us have been through. You know what I mean? That weird, awkward experience of affection, but that's never ever reciprocated. You know what I mean? Weirdos, whatever, it happens. The other love song, or girl song as they would like to say, is "Ride or Die," which is basically reaching out to all the girls that have always been steadfast in my life and in your life and in anybody else's life. Your mom, your aunts, your sisters, your girlfriends, your best friends, whether, you know what I mean, you're a girl or you're a guy, but you have women in your life that are strong, sturdy characters that have been there and have motivated you and uplifted you and pushed you and energized you, you know what I mean, being that impetus to achieving your goals. I love females. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm dead ass in love with females, and I'm not a big fan of writing smushy girl songs or whatever, but I really had to compromise on that and do these songs for the females, because I had to represent that love that I have for females. I really do appreciate all the girls that are in my life, and I've done so much for me, you know what I mean? I appreciate the dudes as well, because, I mean, I have a lot of good friends all over, but these songs are specifically for the females, and I'm just picking on you. I'm pointing that out, that these songs are for you, definitely. Continuing throughout the album, you know what I mean, crossing over from the hip-hop and the pop and the rap and the rock, transitioning into the reggae music. I have "Right at the Crossroads." I have the title track, which is "Original or Dead," which is, when you talk about fusion, you can't talk about fusion beyond "Original or Dead." I mean, you have to listen to the song to be able to understand it. So go buy the album, "Original or Dead," Sammy British, and listen to it for yourself. But "Original or Dead" is crazy. I mean, for me, and it's not just because I write it, it's just that one of those songs, most of the times when I write my music, 2 months after or 2 weeks after or whatever, once I've released it or whatever, I'm like, whatever, I gotta do better than that, because it's a growing process for me. But this song, I think it's a great achievement for me as a young artist, and also as an experimentalist trying to create these fusion and stuff like that. "Original or Dead" moves from hip-hop, from rap, all the way through back to dancehall, and then take you back to that nice one love type of feel, reggae music, but still with that hip hop underlay. And I think it's a great song. The message, like I said, true and true through the entire album. It's all about upliftment. It's all about motivation. It's all about rebellion against oppression. It's all about peace and love and unity. You know what I mean? And this song is a great representation of what the entire album represents and what I'm living my life towards. So that's why I chose this song, or the words and what they represent, to be my title track. And it takes you towards the culmination of the album, which is reggae music. Right after that, we jump right into the reggae, you know what I mean? Not even waiting on nobody. we just jump right from that into the reggae music with Do You Remember? Because like I said, for me, I love reggae music, and reggae music is a lot about bringing you back to the qualities of humanity that really don't exist today. That's what the rebellion is all about, you know what I mean? Bringing you to that peace, to that love, to that harmony, to that unity, which for me is back in the olden days, because everybody right now is so hyped up on the energy of modernization and all that type of stuff. They forget that love. They forget their humanity in a sense, and everybody's so narcissistic and, you know what I mean, masochistic and all that type of stuff. So Do You Remember is kind of like a track calling people to remember those days, to basically, you know what I mean, to commemorate those days, to remember those days and to be nostalgic, you know what I mean? Transitioning into the song that I call I'm a Lion. I'm a Lion, like I said, this album is all about motivation, and I'm a Lion, I think, is that track that represents the strength behind the album, which basically reminds people and tell people that, yo, you're not to be messed with, you know what I mean? In every situation, in every endeavor, you got to be strong. You got to stand up for yourself, and you just got to be that lion that you really are. You know what I mean? And Fallen Soldiers, which is my favorite track on the entire album, is a collaboration with my brother by blood, and he killed it, by the way. But this song commemorates everybody that has gone before us to put their lives on the line to basically secure the future that we now call our present. And because you always got to respect your elders. You got, not even if it's not your elders, but like for those who've laid their lives on the Martin Luthers, you know what I mean, the Kennedy, you know what I mean, the Malcolm X, you know what I mean, the Harriet Tubman, all those individuals. And it's not just about black slavery and all that stuff, because every race and every ethnicity, every people have their own challenges. You know what I mean? Whether it's the Inuits, or whether it's the people from South Africa, or whether it's somebody from Eastern Europe, or whether it's in somebody from the eastern side of the continent of South America. Like, every single people have their own story, and in every case you got to pay respect to those militants who've always fought for freedom and justice and equality, you know what I mean? And I capped the album off with my track Going Home, which is commemorative of taking it back to the roots, taking it back to the originality of reggae music, taking it back to the originality of what I'm trying to achieve and what I'm trying to express in the entire album. Also, I gotta admit, this I wrote this song with Buju Banton in mind. I don't know if anybody knows, but a great reggae icon, Buju Banton, been incarcerated, and I don't really care why or what or when or whatever, but I just thought that it would be a great concept to sing a song to basically, you know what I mean, call for his freedom, because, like, if not for nothing else, his music is tremendous, and whoever don't get to hear him for as long as he's incarcerated will be one of the greatest losses, I think, to reggae music, because he's definitely an icon. But I mean, that's the album through and through, and to basically understand what I'm trying to say in the entire album, you gotta buy it. You gotta reach out, you gotta buy it, check it out, and Original or Dead, Sammy British, one word. Google that on iTunes, Amazon MP3. Check it out. You know what I mean? Like I said, life is a gift, you know what I mean? But, I mean, you gotta live it. You only have a few days, a few decades. I mean, what is it, 410? Probably no more than that. You gotta take that short time and be you. Go for what you wanna accomplish. You know what I mean? Shoot for your wildest dreams. You never know. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you give it a shot. Better off than the dude who never did. So definitely, check it out and get back at me. Hope you guys enjoyed, man. Peace.